Good morning. Oh my goodness, it is Friday. Woo! Time to rise and grind and dig out your umbrella. If you're in anywhere around Calgary, it is raining like crazy. I am Brigitte, Lessard, CEO and founder of Women Talk, and it's always a pleasure to come and hang out with you guys on Friday morning. I don't know why I always say guys. It's kind of like this weird expression. I mean, it's all women and I still say guys. I don't know where that comes from. Maybe somebody can help me because so many people say that. I don't know. Maybe it's a sexist thing. Oh, am I sexist? No, I'm not. All right. So we have so many things wonderful going on. Women Talk is like, wow. As you know, I have a new partner at Women Talk. Her name is Nancy Seeger, and she is so amazing. She's been working behind the scene and doing all sorts of fabulous, magical stuff behind the scene. And her name is Nancy Seeger. She is Women Talk CEO squared. And there's her picture, but let's actually bring the real person on board. Good morning, Nancy.
Good morning, Brigitte. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday.
Woo! Longest day of the year.
Yeah.
And the rainiest day of the year. Super rainy out there. So, Nancy, we have amazing things going on behind the scene. You've been working really hard for months, haven't you?
Well, and software is the most wonderful tool when you get all the pieces lined up exactly right. But you really want to spend the time getting those pieces lined up exactly right. Because it creates such a mess otherwise.
I know. And you're like this amazing thinking brain that lines up all these different little pieces, I'm in awe with you often because, I come up with all these great ideas and then you're like, okay, so we'll have to do this, but then this affects this and this affects, and it's crazy. I think often people don't think of all this stuff as you're building your business, and you should.
Well, and I think, it all ties together. Every time we're building something, we should build it for the 5-year plan, right? We should always build for where we want to go, because otherwise work becomes too much work. You are constantly reinventing it and refixing it and relearning it. And none of us has time for that. We don't have time to relearn systems and rebuild it multiple times. We have to do it as efficiently as with a long-term plan as possible. And sometimes that means we don't launch quite as quickly, but it also means that when we launch, the details are there.
And that's what's happening with Women Talk, right? Like our board directors have been so patient with us because our check-in system, it's been a very long road, but I know what's happening behind the scene. And I'm like, oh man, when this goes, it's going to be so awesome. So tell me, when should somebody see you? At what point in our business should we talk to somebody like you to set up automation, emails, and all this kind of stuff?
Well, so there's a couple of critical points when people need to look for somebody like me. And that is, okay, have you got more work or more leads than you know how to deal with every day? Are things falling through the crack? Because that's the big question. As soon as things are falling through the crack and you feel like you're not keeping up, you need to get some sort of system in place. And it doesn't have to be a big full-blown Infusionsoft implementation, but there's a couple of things you need to get in place. Sometimes it's simple things like learning how to work with a Trello board, learning how to set up things so you can keep all those moving pieces. The first thing is always make sure you have a big calendar in your office, a big whiteboard that keeps track of what we call the big rocks, right? The big things that have to happen, and keep them focused, because if you're focused on those, everything else, the details are always going to fall through the crack when you get really busy. And it's not always about the money. Because my mindset coach used to say it's a new level, new devil. Every time we reach a certain point in our business, we just reach that level of overwhelm and we need some sort of support. It could be a VA, it could be something very simple, it could be automation. Because if you can automate it, the cost evens out over time. And so it's really about figuring out when you're hearing from your contacts, or you're not following up with your contacts, but if you're hearing from them, you didn't get back to me, this is a problem, or now is the time.
And that's what was happening with me. It was getting out of hand. So let's talk about a couple of things. And that's why I reached out to you. And little did I know, we became partners. Woo! Yay for me. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of things happening with Women Talk. The first one is how people can win tickets.
Ooh, yes. That's an exciting new tool we launched at beginning of June, actually. And so if you go to the Facebook page or click on the link at the bottom there, the bit.ly sharing is caring, you will get enter your name and email, and you get into a contest to participate. And after you equal 10 points, and it's just joining our Facebook groups, sharing the post, you will win a free ticket to one of our monthly events. Super simple.
I know. I love it. It's really fun. Like it's a fun thing. And then of course our big rock coming up in October. I'm getting excited again. This is my baby. This is when it's just so incredible. The convention, like to have 100. Well, this year we're hoping for 200. We had, I think, 129 people registered last year. Thank you. Like, oh my God, you weren't even my partner then. Like, you just got all this, like, boom, boom, boom. You amaze me, like nonstop. It's crazy. But it's just like, it's so much fun. Like, I really, really love it. So right now, if you are a Women Talk director or a Women Talk member, this is your time to apply. You have until the end of the month to apply to be on the stage. And then after that, we're going to open it to the public. So, but you've also added a new thing for people that apply to talk, didn't you? So that they can offset some of the cost.
Yeah. So one of the things, so let me just be clear. You can apply right now no matter who you are, but we will choose from the Women Talk members first before the end of June. And then if there's still spots available, we'll reach out to you and you may get a spot after July 1st if you're not a member. If you are a member though, get in there quick because those spots will go. The bonus this year is that we've got, for the speakers who sign up, not for everybody, but for speakers who sign up, we are launching up a referral partner program that will give you $25 back on every ticket that you sell to a new participant. So the reality is we've got, if you spend your money to speak on stage, which is the most powerful way to grow your business. I've been doing this for a lot of years, and I can tell you, you'll see the biggest results the fastest and increase your authority everywhere by speaking on a stage. So you get on that stage. We are going to train you over the next 3 months, over the next couple of 6-8 weeks. We're going to do 3 calls that train you on how to deliver your offer, what you need, how to put it in place and make it super simple for you. Brigitte's going to coach you on the speaking side. I'm going to talk about the system side, and we're going to support you to deliver and get your money back at the event. And if you're set up and you have this in place, our system will take care of tracking which new leads from your email list and your contacts join up. And those people, for each of those, you'll get $25 back towards however you want to use it, because we're not going to track it against your original. We're just going to give it back to you. It's just money in the bank.
Yeah. And then, so I've actually had somebody who did that this week because we said we're giving priority to our members. If you apply as a member now, you're almost guaranteed a spot. Almost. Because we want you on the stage if you're a Women Talk member. So somebody joined the membership and then reapplied again to be on stage. So if you are not a Women Talk member, here's where you go, womentalk.ca/membership, and you can find out everything about it. All right. So
well, hang on. And before you run past that, there is tons of other benefits of being a member besides just the convention and being first choice, but you get first dibs on everything. And we are building out so much in the new member portal and what we're going to do for our members. It's going to be hopefully something new every quarter coming out going forward and added value every time.
All right, so let's bring somebody on board. We have a guest today who's this beautiful lady. I adore her. She has been at the convention. So let's ask her what she thinks of the Women Talk Convention. Good morning, Jilliana.
Good morning, ladies.
Good
How
morning.
are you?
I'm very good.
Wonderful. So tell me, you've been at the convention. How was it for you?
Oh my gosh. I've been to both conventions. And the first one, Irma and I had only come for the day. And I had said to her, that must have been 2017. I said to her, we need to go for the whole weekend next time. So I did. I think I was one of the first ones that sent you the check for the ticket. And it was amazing, Brigitte. The Tribe of Women Talk is such an amazing blessing in my world. And having you as my mentor and having the Tribe of Women, there really are no words to explain it. I loved it so much. From the white party to all the speakers, you allowing me to do my 5 minutes, that was my first time on a stage as a speaker. And it was so supportive that it really did ignite that fire within me to continue to learn and grow to become a better speaker. So I can't say enough good things. I'm really sad. I'm going to be in Sedona this year. And I was like, I can't believe the dates were the same. But I'm gonna share it because it's powerful.
Thank you. So how did it help you in your business to become a speaker?
Oh my gosh, it's helped everything because my stage right now has been Facebook Live, and it's given me the courage to show up every day. It's given me confidence. You've also mentored me on the side with talks. Being a member, we get that blessing. And it's really teaching me, even with our goals mastermind, to be focused on goals, to take a chance, to ask other people within the tribe, what do you think, to align with others. I can't say enough, even when I think with how we are allowed to, float in and out of all of the different chapters and being able to have spoken in Kimberley and Okotoks, and I'm going to be speaking in Cochrane in August. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, being able to share my story. Every time I share it, I heal a little bit more. And
lovely.
Right? And so we were talking about the solstice before we came on, and I was talking to my angels while I was in the break, and I was like, how can I bring this in? And really, it's interesting because it's all about light. And as a light worker, even Oprah was here the other night, and I had this blessing of being able to go and see her. And she was talking about how her hope was to drop little bits of light into everybody that was there. And I thought to myself, that's my intention as well when I go out. Of course, I'm not Oprah Winfrey, but we all have a voice to show up. And that's what you and Nancy are building, is this amazing tribe of workers to go out there and share.
So tell us a little bit, what do you do? Because we're talking like everybody knows what Jilliana does, but what do you tell me about your angel reading business?
Okay, so I am an angel intuitive, and what that means is we all have intuition within us. It is a part of us. It is how we are hardwired to the divine. And as an angel intuitive, I've learned how to strengthen that muscle, if you will. Everybody has intuition. I'm a clairsentient, which means I'm clear feeling. So that means I feel things. I trust when I go out into the world. I trust what I'm feeling. I use my body as a pendulum. I also have the gift of claircognizant, which is clear knowing. Sometimes I just know things. And now I've recognized it is a message from the divine. Some people are clairaudient, which means they're clear hearing. And some are clairvoyant, which is like, a lot of mediums, they see things. They see dead people. I don't have that gift. I connect to the angelic realm. And so it's just a vibrational energy that I learned, and this might be a little woo-woo, that we're all energy, frequency, and vibration. And so as such, like a radio receiver, some are on an AM dial and some are on satellite. I like to think I kind of float between all of that, depending on my own personal energy. Sometimes I'm, a little bit lower, and it might be on the AM dial, not good or bad, right? Not good or bad, but it just...
Now watch it, Juliana. My wife is on the AM dial.
She's our superstar, right? I love radio. I was just saying my own personal energy. Like today I'm in a high vibration. I love summer solstice. It's, it is the longest day of the year. Traditionally, we have a lot of sunlight, of course. It's interesting that today we're having a lot of rain, and it's raining here in Calgary. And 6 years ago, we had all those floods. Oh. And so, we're watching it with bated breath and saying a lot of prayers that that we don't get to see that again, that the rain stays in...
So tell me a little bit, what happened to you? Because I know your story a bit. What happened to you that you kind of did a bit of an 80-degree angle, right? Like you were working for the government, right, and you were not really in that world before.
No, I wasn't. As a little girl, I was raised in the Catholic faith. So I always believed in angels. In 2011, 2012, when I went through my part of my story is that I walked through stage 3 cancer. And during that time, I got very angry. I called out to God. I said, why me? Why me? And I actually heard him say, why not you, Juliana? And I was like, okay, well, if why not me, then I need help. And it was that internal GPS within us that I just learned to trust my intuition, that guidance within me that is connected. I call him God, but a lot of people call that source that is greater than us many different names. And I've recognized that we have so much more help than we ever recognized. And so as you heal through a stage 3 diagnosis of cancer, you cannot rely on yourself. You cannot rely on your human to get you through. You need to rely on that strength that is within you, that light that is within you to heal. And so I just learned to trust. And part of my journey took me to a teacher in the US. And I remember I did my mind, body, spirit certification levels 1 and 2 with this teacher. And she did a card reading. And I fell in love. And I said, I want to do that. So I took many different certifications with a teacher who has since in 2017 left they call, this woo-woo world. She left it. And so then last year I felt guided to have another certification with Cindy Smith, who's a teacher here in Calgary. And it's absolutely amped my skills, given me confidence, fired me up. And I believe we all have guardian angels, regardless of religious beliefs. We all have been gifted these. Angel means messenger of God. And I use that word. I believe in God, but a lot of people may not. I believe that we all have guardian angels regardless of that. And so when I do an angel card reading, I'll connect with the other person and I say, may the white light be in my sight, may the truth be in my heart, and may the words flow easily and effortlessly. I refer to my angels as a team, and then my team will talk to your team. And so when I have the cards, then I'm not relying on me. I'm relying on the angels to bring through your messages. I'm just the voice.
So what does the summer solstice mean to you?
To me, it's such a beautiful day because it symbolizes light. It symbolizes summer and, all things beautiful, and to really look to the light within us. The days get longer. Generally, we start to feel better. Summer, the kids are out of school. People go on vacations. So it's all about love, light, and joy, which are the highest vibrations, which I was talking about a little bit earlier.
Okay, so I just want to say, there's not much light here today.
I know. So sometimes we need to make our own sunlight, right?
I'm thinking I may have to leave all the lights on. So you do readings, right?
I do.
So let's have a reading. So do people ask you for a card? Like, how does that all work when, so you use, is it angel card reading? Like what's
it is. I specifically do angel cards. So I have a deck of cards here. This is one of my oldest decks today. And this is daily guidance from your angels. And so cards are just a medium, if you will, a tool that I use to validate the messages that the angels bring. As someone who's a feeler, I'm learning to trust what I feel. So I use all four senses when I do a reading. As I was shuffling the cards, a jumper did jump out. And interesting, because the card that I've received for all of us today is to ground yourself. I super love this card because as energetic beings, it is super important to ground ourselves. And what that means for anybody who doesn't understand, it's to connect with Mother Earth. As energetic beings, it is super important. A lot of times people feel ungrounded. You may have heard that term. And what it means is we're kind of flighty. We're
Juliana,
unable to make decisions.
I never, ever feel ungrounded.
Never?
See how Nestie's laughing?
Ground, where are you getting?
It's like, what's the ground?
Yeah, no, that's not Bridget.
Well, some of us
in the clouds.
Well, and that's the thing. I want to read you this card. This card says, when you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We're helping you balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. And you'll see the angel, she's tiptoeing through all of the flowers. She's connecting with the grass. She's connecting with Mother Earth. We have, as energetic beings, we have such amazing chakras through our feet to connect to the earth, to allow Mother Earth to support us, to walk upon the earth feeling supported, to affirm, I am safe, I am grounded, all is well in my world. To not only allow Mother Earth to support you, but to allow her to cleanse you. Because as energetic beings, we carry a lot of stuff that isn't ours. As we go out into the world, we, as some of us are sponges and we're collecting all this stuff. So when we ground ourselves to Mother Earth, we're allowing her to support us, to stand taller, and to cleanse us as well. So
that was a card for all of us.
Yes, this is for all of us. That was my intention.
Nice. Can you pick one for Nancy?
Sure, of course. So I'm just going to say, dear angels, what does Nancy need to know for her highest, greatest good today? Amen. And so
she needs to give me all her money. That's what she needs to do. That's pretty simple.
I already did.
You're so silly, girls. So this card is the family card. So you'll see on here, Nancy, it's a beautiful family unit, very cohesive. All is well in this family. This card, because it's purple, there might be a little bit of forgiveness work left to do. The first person that you think of is generally the person that we require to do a little bit more healing with in order to mend those old stories, if you will, because we talk about stories here. This card says, this situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and heal. In your mind and heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. So I just want to show, and anybody who this resonates with, this is your message as well. I know for me, we're imperfectly perfect beings. And in family units, sometimes we don't show up the way that we should or could, or others may not show up the way that we need. And so when I see this card, I know that it means that I need to see through the eyes of compassion, through forgiveness, through that unconditional love, that recognizing that as a soul in a body, as a spirit in a body, that we came here to learn lessons. And our family are our greatest teachers.
Totally.
They're the ones.
Yeah.
So Juliana, will you do me a favor and put a picture of that card and message it to me so that I can have that action? Because it really hit the core. I'm going to an event, and I take family in as a literal and figurative sense.
Right,
So
absolutely.
we have an event we were invited to tomorrow that I just resisted so much. And so this is really perfect because I think I know why now.
Oh,
Well, your
wow.
angels are saying, right, that they're with you always. The guardian angels are the realm of the angels that never leave us.
Yeah.
And I remember when I first started doing this work and I would do my meditations and I tested them because even though I believed in angels, I needed them to give me clear signs that I understood. And I remember being in a meditation one time and them coming to me and saying, you know, Juliana, we're with you always and in all ways. And we're like workers. And they showed me this vision of workers being outside my back door. And they were out there ready to help me. But if I didn't open the door and invite them in, they couldn't help me.
Yeah.
And so we always have this power in our divine free will to ask. And divine free will, because Creator didn't want us to be controlled. He wanted us to have the experiences that are best for us. And so allow your angels to support you in whatever it is this weekend, the event that you're going to, and allow the magic in, because I truly, every day, and Brigitte knows because Brigitte and I have walked through, I mean, she's an amazing mentor and she's got such a big heart. And she knows our human sometimes becomes ungrounded. And so that was our first card. Like, this is when, you know, in the angel world, we say you can't make this stuff up because, you know, we're being reminded to ground ourselves. And then it is saying to any of us, especially you, dear Nancy, that, you know, if we have something in the family, that there is healing available to us so that we can have that cohesiveness that we desire if we should want with our divine free will. So
thank you, Juliana. Sorry, I have to,
okay.
We're almost done, but we have a couple people that are please asking for a card.
Okay.
So we have Michelle here that she wants to be carded. So could you
my beauty.
And we have to make it really short, Juliana.
Okay. All right. So,
just
dear
boom,
angels,
boom.
what does dear Michelle need to know today? And it is this one. What do you desire, dear Michelle, my love? You now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you're ready and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life as if by magic. So again, talking about that energy, right? We're energetic beings. What energy are you putting out into the world? What do you desire? This is a really big question to ask yourself today, and to allow the angels to help you and to feel that you are deserving of it because you are.
Nice. Love it. And we can continue that conversation in the comments later on too,
Sure.
Michelle, if you have more questions for
I'll post it,
Juliana.
yeah.
We also have a raven bird that would like a card.
Sure, dear Lori. This is one of my besties. Laura, go for it. Your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We've been working with you on this situation since its genesis, and we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path, as it will take you very far indeed. So you'll see that, you know, the angel's on this beautiful unicorn, all about magic and miracles, my sweetheart. So go for it. Whatever it is that you want, to go for it. We're the ones that hold ourselves back, and they're saying on this beautiful solstice day, fill up with light and just go for it, sister.
All right, we got to go. But before we go, let's give Brigitte one. I would love to have a card,
Dear Bridget, I would be honored. So what does dear Bridget? Okay, dear Bridget, let your past go. My dear, can't make this shit up. So it's yellow, a lot of light, Bridget, a lot of light. You know, the yellow is a symbol of today, of so much love, light, and joy, and of beauty. So to allow your past to go, I know part of your story, any of us who are in the tribe know part of your story. Just let it go, because you have so much coming in that in order to allow it, we need to allow that proverbial monkey on our back to go, to share the story from a place of healing, but to really recognize that, you know what, we can bring it into our future or not. We can step into our future now or not. So this card says, the burden of carting your past around has made you weary, dear one. It's time to set this burden down. Keep only the lessons and the love and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and it's now gone. And you'll see the gate in the background. It's like walk through the gate, sister. Let all that shit go.
Let it go.
Let
Oh
it
God,
go.
I almost broke into a song here. Okay. We just gotta do one more. Anne
Sure.
McCormick is like, please, can she
Of
have one?
course, dear Anne.
And then we're done.
Okay. Alrighty. Daydream. I love that this card came up for you, dear Anne. This card says you will more easily hear and receive our messages if you daydream regularly. Relax and open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts. Just notice any feelings, visions, or ideas as if you were watching a movie. This is the seat of creativity. So you'll see this angel. She's laying upon the earth. She looks like a goddess, actually, and she's just allowing the thoughts to come and go. A lot of us don't allow because we think we're wasting time. Where really, that is when the creativity, when we're allowing it to come in that dream state, you're allowing the ego to shut up and move out of the way so that your spirit, your intuition will guide you to those seeds of what you want to bring out into the world, into the physical world.
So important.
Right?
So important.
So to daydream today and bring in what it is that you want. A lot of grounding here. You'll see this card is brown. She is laying upon the earth. So, we started with grounding. Allow yourself to daydream, maybe connect with Mother Earth and allow yourself
we started with grounding and we're going to finish with grounding.
That's right.
But just make sure you have somewhere you can step up because you might flood. In Calgary, there's a whole lot of rain going on. Juliana, as always, you are fantastic. I adore you.
I love you, girl.
You are just as much a talker as I am.
Oh.
We can fill half an hour in no time. Nancy, thank you. Thank you for working so hard. And have a fabulous weekend, everyone. And we will see you next Friday morning at the Rise and Grind show right here on Facebook. Bye, everyone. Thank you, ladies.
Everybody.